Close Nelson Aguilar on the offense, Jalen Mills on the defense and Kamu Grugier-Hill on punt block. Martin Frank / The News Journal Philadelphia. The main difference for Nate Sudfeld was the uniform, in that he finally got a chance to wear one during a regular season game. It was awesome, Sudfeld said. Obviously, the uniform here is incredible, really cool. I was just glad it all fit. Sudfeld was able to wear that Eagles uniform, no, 7. For the first time during a game because he's now the backup quarterback after Carson Wentz suffered a season-ending torn ACL injury, thus elevating Nick Foles to starter. That means the 24-year-old Sudfeld is one Foles injury away from being the Eagles' quarterback. That's not exactly reassuring for someone who has never played in an NFL game in his 2-year career. Sudfeld, in fact, had never even been on the game day roster until last Sunday against the Giants in the Eagles' 34-29 win. There really hasn't been a difference, other than getting more reps in practice, Sudfeld said. That has been great, for most part, same routine with film and that stuff. It was great to get all the scout team reps, to kind of get into a rhythm again, and feel like the rhythm of a game, where you get back-to-back rep instead of a rep here or there. It's only natural that the Eagles coaches were raving about Sudfeld's work in practice last week, mainly because it's the first time Sudfeld threw more than a few passes. The Eagles will start practicing in earnest Friday for their game Monday night against the Oakland Raiders. Eagles offensive coordinator Frank Reich said that Sudfeld was turning heads in practice last week. When asked to confirm, Eagles coach Doug Peterson agreed. He had a really good week in practice, Peterson said. He prides himself in getting his work in and getting his work done. We're comfortable with him being the backup. Eagles, Wentz, 5 others named to Pro Bowl football. Hens get 14 recruits in early signing periods football. Howard's Banks heading to UConn before Wentz's injury. Wentz would take all of the reps with the first team, and Foles would serve as the quarterback on the scout team in order to give the defense a look at what it could expect against the opposing offense. That left a few spare throws for Sudfeld. Now, Foles is getting the first team reps while Sudfeld is running the scout team. Peterson said last week there aren't any plans to bring in a third quarterback, such as a veteran with playoff experience, so they're sticking with Foles and Sudfeld. Just seeing him really for the first time in a practice setting, obviously, Peterson said, just anticipation, ball location, the accuracy and timing of throws, the way he moves in the pocket, and the subtle movements. Really, he's taken that drill work that quarterbacks coach John DeFilippo has done with him throughout the course of the year, and he used that in practice, so those things have begun to show up in practice last week. It was a positive thing to see. There's a good chance that Sudfeld will play before the end of the regular season, especially if the Eagles clinch the NFC's No. 1 seed before the finale on December 31. The Eagles, however, would rather not see Sudfeld in the playoffs. Their first game is the weekend of January 13 to 14. Sudfeld had never been close to having this opportunity before. As Washington's 6th-round draft pick in 2016, Sudfeld spent every game on the 53-man roster, but was inactive for all 16 games last season. Teams can only have 46 players active on game day. The Eagles signed Sudfeld on September 4 after Washington released him, hoping to sign him to its practice squad. Instead, Sudfeld was offered a spot on the Eagles' practice squad and took that. Sudfeld, who's 6'6", 227 pounds, said he interviewed in the Eagles at the 2016 NFL Scouting Combine after his collegiate career at Indiana, in which he finished as the school's all-time leader in passing yards, 7,879, and touchdowns, 61. I was aware of these coaches and I've admired them from afar, Sudfeld said. I really felt like this was the best spot for me for the future to continue to develop. Sudfeld technically developed from afar on the practice field, too. Sudfeld spent the first 8 games on the practice squad before getting promoted to the roster, mainly because the Eagles had gotten word that the Indianapolis Colts were going to sign him to their 53-man roster in November. Sudfeld was inactive on game days until last Sunday, the first without Wentz. He was asked if that changed his mindset at all. I tried to treat it all year as if I was going in to start a game, Sudfeld said. That's still my mindset right now, so if I'm ever put in, it's as if I've been in the game from the sideline, playing the snap from my point of view and from what I would do. In that sense, it's been pretty seamless. Wingtips Peterson said CB Patrick Robinson is still in the concussion protocol. He also said LG Stefan Wisniewski, ankle, who sat out against the Giants, is still day-to-day. The Eagles didn't practice Wednesday. They practice Thursday, then have a walkthrough Friday as a way for Peterson to give the team an extra day of rest in preparation for the game Monday night against Oakland. Contact Martin Frank at delawareandline.com. Follow on Twitter at